Yareli was introduced back in update 30.5 on July 6, 2021. The community called Yareli a anime girl. I don't even want to get into why that is, but yeah. Yareli and her abilities are themed around the ocean and water, and all of her abilities are built around that. She also has a K drive-ish creature, which is Miralina. I think I spelled that right. Which she can surf on and use in missions. And Yareli offers really good crowd control while also buffing your secondary weapon a lot. She synergizes really well with secondary weapons, as her passive gives her 200% extra CC critical chance by just moving. As long as you're moving, you'll keep getting that extra 200% critical chance on your secondary for free. Yareli was quite underwhelming on release, and she got a lot of buffs and changes that helped make her better. And now she's in a really good spot, and she's actually one of my favorite Warframes. So here's my build for Yareli. We're gonna subsume Nourish on her, which is Grendel's ability. Classic, good ability all around. We're gonna need it. I'm using Prime Continuity. I haven't maxed it because it's gonna mess up with my other builds. But Prime Continuity for that extra ability duration, which we will need to keep up our Nourish. And her third ability, Aqua Blades. We're also using her new augment, semi-new, which turns your K drive, the Miralina, into a kind of a companion, which just absorbs damage for you, basically. She kind of takes aggro and absorbs the damage that you would take and turns you into basically just an immune Warframe. We also have Umbral Vitality for more health. We have Primate Flow because we're going to be spamming our abilities a little bit. And it's good to have a lot of abilities. You could swap Flow with like Equilibrium or other mods. It's really optional. You could do Sure-Footed here if you want, or anything. You could do Power Drift. I'm lazy to add another format to her. We're using Adaptation for more survivability. You could also use Stretch here if you want. I just like having a lot of energy. We're also using Streamline to have that, extra efficiency, so we use less energy. We're using Umbral Intensify, again, not max, because it will mess up with other builds, and I don't want to bother. For the extra, 50% ability strength, which would affect our Nourish and Aqua Blades, and Augur Secrets for more strength. And then for the aura, we're using Pistol Amp to increase our pistol damage, because we're going with a pistol build or secondary weapon build. Arcanes, we're using Arcane Avenger to get the extra CC on top of a lot of CC that we already have. We're using Arcane Energize to get more energy as well. You could slot something else here if you want instead of Energize. It's your personal choice. As for secondary, we're using Cycron. We have other options, which I'll show you in a minute, but we're using Creeping Bullseye to increase our CC. We're gonna lose a little bit of fire rate, but we'll get it back with Lethal Torrent, Cool Deficient for the multi-shot, Galvanized Shot for the status chance, Jolt for the electricity and status chance, Pistol Pestilence for the toxin and status chance, Accelerated Iotope for the radiation and fire rate, and then Primed Target Cracker with Ruinous Extension to increase the beam length. And here we're using Secondary Merciless. You can also use something like, if you have the Incarnate, you can use Icarus Prime, or really any other weapon you want. It's kind of optional. You can use Furious or Ocker, those work well as well. For primary, I'm not using anything. You can slot anything you want here. Optional, I'm using Kratos because of the parkour velocity, just to move faster. And for the operator, we're using Madurai to get more damage. Companion, you can use Nautilus Prime for grouping, or you can use Panzer or any other companion you want, really. It's optional again. I would use Panzer since I already have a grouping ability, which is her 4th. That's kind of pretty much it for the loadout, really. You can also use Arcane Shards if you have some. I would do purple shards to accommodate for not using Equilibrium. Or maybe purple shards. It's really optional. Nourish is also optional. You could use other things if you want, like Pillage or whatever. You kind of don't need Pillage if you're running the Miralina augment build. So yeah.